We have been gone for a long time. It's been a while.
What's up? What's everybody been doing? Have I been asleep? What's going on?
He never left.
Surprise podcast. We're
going on?
broadcasting live from Matt's bedroom.
What are you guys doing in my room?
I never imagined you as a Speedo guy.
Me neither until you wear them. Then, wow, they just feel so free.
So we are back to talk about The Walking Dead. I'm sure some of you probably thought we were gone forever, but we're just busy, man. Like, life is,
Life is busy.
Life is busy, good. But so we are back, as is The Walking Dead. Season 8, episode 1 in the bag, and I was digging it. I was a big fan of
it. The 100th episode of the series.
Yeah, impressive.
Wow. A lot of parallels to the first episode. So
a lot. I was wondering if anybody else caught that. I thought it was so cool to watch how Carl put his hat on the.
Oh, there's way more than that. Like the whole clock
laid down. It was a lot of callbacks. Really
that little
cool.
baby girl sure did grow a lot. I was like, wow.
So it's like, I wonder if they're going to go there. It's like, wow, I didn't know that zombies could grow.
Oh, I liked it. He just grabbed the hatchet. He was ready to go back to work. Yeah, I should have taken care of her when I had a chance.
I mean, you would have thought putting a bullet through her head would have done the trick, but apparently
that's the first zombie where guys apparently hitting them in the head doesn't work anymore.
But so I really like this episode. I've read kind of mixed reviews online. Some folks really liking it. Some folks saying it was boring. But,
I had some qualms, no doubt. But I thought it was solid all the way around.
I think I'm in the middle of it.
I don't think I have an episode where I don't have some qualms with, but I just get tired of people that pick it apart. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Geez, you got a bunch of fussy Freddies you'd be watching it with.
Fussy Freddies.
Which they're not that bad, but I mean, I see, and it's not so much the people I'm watching it with, more or less, is like I'm watching it, and then when I get done watching, I go online, and people just nitpick some of the, littlest things. But
what's something, do you remember anything specific they nitpicked?
They nitpicked, well, they said, number one, that it wasn't enough action, which
I'll agree with that. A lot of cars exploding.
Let's see. I don't know. Just a lot of little, you're reading through it, and they're just not liking Morgan's method of putting.
Ooh, that stick, man.
Like, what
that
is it? I saw one where the first guy he kills and he stuck the stick through the. We've already established in the Walking Dead world that human skulls are made out of butter.
Yes.
Because they were complaining about the way, but we've been seeing him do that.
It's like a mixture of butter and flour, so it's like a nice dough. So that way, just get some pizza dough, stab a stick through it. That's what it feels like to stab a human head.
JP, qualms, go.
I didn't like the time jumping. I wasn't a big fan of that. I don't need to see old man Rick. They kill some of the suspense, am I right?
Yeah, and Craig Nicotero apparently said that, is that the guy that I'm thinking of?
I think so.
Yeah, he said that all will be revealed in episode 8 or 9. So we get to wait a while.
Okay, so that's gonna be like the mid-season finale. We'll get some closure.
And people are, what is it? The festival that he said, is that part of the? Because I'm not really.
Yeah, that was in comics. That's actually isn't that festival is where a couple of other big characters died too. Remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right afterwards, we lost at least 2 really big characters.
Oh dear.
So that was took place during the festival. So
Ezekiel still doing his role playing thing. So
that's what my dad was like. I really wish. That he could drop that.
There's times when I get it because it's just it's fun. It takes me out of the moment and I enjoy that. But at the same time, it's just in a world where I'm already not believing so much.
It's weird.
That's the one thing where I know. That's where I draw the line.
It's weird. Reading the comics, it's fine. I don't know how to explain it. You read the comics and you're cool with this guy talking like he's from Game of Thrones. But then you watch it in show form and it's like, oh man, this is cheesy.
When you're reading it, you're probably hearing it in your voice or you're making up a voice that you feel accommodates it. But I don't know. His voice is just too strong. It's too powerful. I feel
I really like the actor, though. I think he does a great job playing Ezekiel. I'd follow him in the battle.
Shiva was in there for a second, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Did we see Shiva?
She was tailgating.
She was tailgating.
Yeah, it was chilling.
And she was
and
jealous.
Rick's like, we only one savior has to die. Well, after these lookout people, we'll kill them. Then one savior has to die.
Only one savior has to die.
We're going to shoot out a shit ton of windows.
He probably
one savior's going to die.
Did a little disclaimer. Only one savior has to die at each location.
Yeah, I didn't know what that. I was very confused at first when the first guy was up in the.
I thought he shot himself with an arrow.
Yeah, I was like, what just happened? Or I was like, wait, was that a zombie that was in there? And then I looked back at the list. So that's what Daryl is sending Dwight at the beginning with arrows, right?
I kind of looked away for a second when I looked back. I don't know why. I thought the dude pulled the arrow out and shot himself in the head, and it was just one zombie at the bottom. I was supposed to say, dude,
I imagine
you didn't have to kill yourself over one zombie.
The first message that Daryl sends to Dwight says, "You want to make out?" And then he sends back tomorrow, and then sends it right back to him.
Shoots it in his tire.
He looks at him. All right, baby. Shoots him right in the tire. There could have been so many better places to shoot that arrow.
He's like, damn it, Daryl.
That's so funny.
It's the third tire today.
No, we're doing this today.
It would have been great if Dwight would have stood up and pointed at the wall and been like, the wall! Put them in the wall! Not my tire. I thought when Rick and them rolled up, I thought that like when he said Dwight and he kind of paused, I was like, oh man, he's gonna rat Dwight out. But like, Negan just wants you to know that Dwight's been love notes. He's hitting on my Daryl, and you need to get your boy.
I don't know what he said. And then Eugene's over there, just like, oh Lord, oh me, oh my.
Eugene's looking like,
you see that the whole hand on the forehead.
He's looking like someone that's in public with their new girlfriend, and their ex is walking
causing
by.
a scene.
Eugene's just like, oh God, don't look.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised Negan turned around and go, tell me I look better. you look much better, Negan. But yeah, I thought it was really cool how they had the metal on the side of the cars. But
when they were all like gathered out in the field, I thought they were getting ready to go to battle like Braveheart style. Yeah. Like Negan was going to show up at the opposite end.
I would have liked to have seen that.
It would have been funny if they would have been on the opposite end of the field, and it's like they're riding, but the metal's on one side, so it's like as they're rolling in, like all the cars, it's kind of like, well, this kind of defeats the purpose.
One car, I think it was somebody had a car where the paneling was on the driver's side of it, and they got in the car to like, and I was like, God, that would suck so much, but I can't see a damn thing.
Can I take the left, Daryl?
So somebody just stand outside and tell, just go. Yeah, keep turning. You're good.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh, that's so fun. Okay, man, I'm coming.
I'm not singing here. I'm literally take the wheel. I can't see if there's anything to the left.
Let me tie back my hair so I can see.
I saw that they was showing on AMC, man. They had quite the party for the premiere, man.
Yeah. So many cross tie-ins. Have you seen this Mountain Dew tie-in commercial every 5
those
seconds?
Cheesy commercials where they're like skateboarding and dodging the zombies.
Like, you can be a part of the zombie action.
It's like, I don't think that's how it works.
And everybody's so super stoked that they're taking like selfies with zombies, fake zombies.
Got to build your own hype, man. Create your own demand.
That is true. Let's make an app for us.
But I'm interested to see how, because they say the first 4 episodes were supposed, and they always, of course, are like, this season's blah, 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 blah. But they say this specifically, the first 4 episodes are supposed to be like, full of action, and then the 5th one kind of calms down. But I just hope they don't go like seaside, calm down, or oceanside, calm down. We don't need to calm down quite that much. I feel like the premiere was a good calm down. Like, yes, it didn't have a lot of action, but I enjoyed it. Like, that's how you make an episode after some action, where it's like it's calmer, but it still keeps you locked in.
That first scene definitely had me worried, where like Carl says that cheesy thing to Rick, like you're missing something. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, give me a break, man.
What did he say?
He said something about, he said, I'm sorry, or something like that. And then Rick was like, I shot above his head. And he's like, he'll be fine. And he's like, that's not enough, Dad. And he's like, what's not enough? And he's like, hope.
At first, I thought Carl was like, that's not enough. You should have straight up killed him.
Yeah. He was like, that's not enough, Dad. You got to shoot that man in the head.
Yeah.
It was funny because we were watching, and it's just like, it's just kind of like Carl's attracting this little puppy, and Rick's like, go on, get out of here. Yeah. He's shooting up
we
at this guy.
can't feed another mouth. I'm going to have to put down Judith when we get back.
The dude's looking from the bush like a little puppy, like, and then Carl comes back and is like, well, I'm going to leave you some food at the end. But
I was glad they did that, because I thought they wouldn't come back to him, and but maybe
I think he's going to be a mainstay character on the show, because I think they were saying he was going to be like this. They were introducing like their second Muslim character, because the first was the one talking to Ezekiel last season. She had on like the headpiece and was talking about something. I think she was intimidated by Shiva, and they were having a conversation. And I remember reading an article last year saying that they were going to introduce their second Muslim character, and I think that I was reading an article saying like that's who that is. So he'll become more of a main part of the show.
Did Carl leave him a can opener though with those cans? I didn't see any pop top.
He left him 2 cans and a piece of paper. Maybe that's what the sorry meant, and on the back was like didn't have a can opener.
Yeah, sorry. I can spare the food, but can openers they're a little hard to come by.
Sorry, my dad come out. It's like typical Southern family. Yeah. Sorry, my dad came out shooting at you.
Now, if you want to hang out, you want to look at my eye socket.
Negan really likes it, so
that's so funny. Did that Walking Dead Robot Chicken episode?
I never got to. I hadn't seen that. It's out, but I want to see it. I bet it's awesome.
Jeez,
let's go watch it. Huge mistake.
All right, we'll be right back.
We should do like a Mystery Science Theater to that. Like watch that and commentate on it.
I would enjoy that.
I don't know if I really like my silhouette, but I'll get in.
I think
it's
a nice silhouette. Have you seen your silhouette from the back? Though?
I haven't. How is it?
It's nice.
I don't think you've seen you from behind as much as we've seen you from behind.
That's one of the truest things that has ever been said in the studio.
Are we talking about the sodomy?
So
You had to go there.
So the
Back to the episode.
we've missed it so much. That's good. Not the sodomy. Anyway.
right.
The it was the girl from the Seaside episode. I forget her name.
Oh man, I did too.
Oh, the Oceanside. Anyway? She had How long did she chew on that Twizzler for?
Oh, Tara's who you're
Tara,
talking about.
that's
I'm
who I was
sorry.
thinking about,
Yeah, right. Yeah. My brother was actually watching that and was like, I hate when people do that when they have like this candy that's not. It's not a sucker or anything.
It's not.
Like,
no.
It's made to just like eat it. You know what I mean?
Wait. What?
I'm not doing that hand motion again. But you get what I'm saying.
I wish this was a visual podcast.
I'm glad it's not for that.
Oh, man.
But she's supposed to be chewing on it.
Yeah.
And instead she's just like, well, isn't that like soggy and like trying to break apart by now?
I would imagine that it cannot have any flavor to that end.
Like,
What if she just
damn,
keeps
Tara.
swapping them around?
But yeah, so that was. I'll tell you what. One thing that Daryl must have been. Those zombies were keeping up with that motorcycle very well, considering they were walking. But I mean, I guess Daryl could have been maybe not going that fast, or maybe there was some off-screen stopping so they could catch up.
I feel like he was just a kid playing like it's at the pew, and he's just driving like watch me, one arm, boom, got it.
Been great, like the cut scenes as he looks back to shoot, like hits a rock,
he like swerves off.
I should keep my eyes on the road.
Another arrow with a message flies into his tire, and he's like,
not now, Dwight. As he's riding in front of the crowd of zombies, it's like boom in his tire. Dwight, not now. And then on Dwight's, it's like right now instead of tomorrow. Why wait? But what an episode! So we finally this was my qualm with the episode. I mean, it's like with a show like The Walking Dead, man. I mean, you could come up with a million complaints because it's just, it's a show about dead people eating living people, so it's going to have its inconsistencies. But one of my biggest problems that makes no sense to me, Rick said it. You only have to kill one savior, blah 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 blah. When Negan stepped out on that platform, why didn't they have every single person there with a gun unload into him?
So the only thing, because I thought about that too. The only thing that I can think of is that they don't want to kill Eugene, and they didn't want to take a chance of shooting Dwight.
I mean, yeah, maybe, but at that point, dude, I would have been like, just fire Negan.
You saw Rick's aim when he opened fire.
Yeah,
that was my favorite part of the entire thing. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna make me count."
Yep. And then
he was 7. Taking a Negan,
yeah.
Oh man,
he's like 7.
That was awesome.
But yeah, that was my only complaint. Like, I would have definitely, somebody there had to have good enough aim that they could have just taken or at least popped him in the chest once or twice.
A sniper or something like that. Oh, and how many bullets did Eugene make them before he left?
Right.
Wow.
And then how many bullets did they waste on that one guy, Carol, Morgan, and Daryl and all?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that guy runs behind the car and it's like they unload like... Wow, man.
And then they
so
shot
many
out
bullets.
Oh, man. So
I
many
hope on,
broken.
what was it, The Talking Dead? I hope when they did that, when they do like the montage to all those lost, I hope they had one segment just for the bullets. We lost a lot of bullets.
And all the
on
windows.
this day.
I can't get over all the windows that they shot out.
They're like, haha, we're not going to kill Negan, but they're not going to be happy the
Joke's
next
on
time
them.
it storms.
So what's the plan, Rick? We're going to shoot them about all their windows.
What's the plan, Rick? Well, it's supposed to rain day after tomorrow. We're going to bust out their windows, and when Negan's sweet leather jacket gets all wet and ruined, he'll come surrendering.
How bugs and birds and everything going to get in there, and then they're going to get all bothered by it. It's going to be hilarious.
It won't be so sanctuary-ish anymore.
And all the smells coming from the zombies. You can't keep that smell out with no windows.
Yeah,
That
man.
is very
That's
true.
one
That
thing I
is
think
very
about
true
when,
to
like,
think
you're
about
riding down
that.
the road and you smell like a dead animal, and you think, man, like The Walking Dead, that's
my
just
favorite
one
smell.
dead animal puts out that smell. Imagine like an army of like 1,000 zombies being within like how bad that would have to smell.
I have a question. Do you guys think that Eugene's like silver metal zombies are actually serving any function at all?
It doesn't.
It's more form than
They're just
function.
decorations,
It's like a
basically.
3-piece suit. Like you wear it just to look good, not to
Yeah.
actually be able to run around and do stuff in.
Yeah. Yeah, and now, all right, so let's, as we get back into it, I'll try to, like, kind of write a flow of the episode. Right now, we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah,
so
I didn't have
we're
any
kinda-
comments to go over or
Yeah, we're
anything.
kind of, we're just kind of getting back into it. But so skipping to the end here, what about Father Gabriel? It's like, I told JP, I've got a reason why he didn't. But, I mean, like, my first thought when Negan's like, you wearing your shit and pants?
I wish
turned
Father
around
Gabriel
and
said,
just,
yes.
unload
Yeah,
it.
what is happening? He's got that gun right there.
I'm going to go with he locked up just because sometimes people lock up. That's the only excuse. 'Cause I'm like, dude, this is twice that they've had the chance to just straight up point blank, like, lay Negan out. And instead, he's just like listening to his whole montage. You wearing your shit and pants?
it wouldn't matter anyway because Negan would catch all of the bullets with Lucille anyway.
Yeah.
So
because that bat, they don't apparently have any power to push the.
Did you see Jeffrey Dean Morgan is top billing in the or not top billing, but he's listed in the opening credits now.
Oh yeah,
and it wasn't like that last season. Like it's and the last name is and Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Right, so now he's just like a regular.
He's a regular member of the cast. So I wonder
Eugene
what that
got
means.
bumped down to the and.
Yeah,
it's like and Josh McDermott. We don't like him. He swears, and of course, movie producers and actors.
He swears a lot. He says a lot of
they'll
things.
lie to throw you off, but he swears that Eugene, it's not a gimmick. Like he's straight up full on Team Negan.
I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah. But I am seeing it, but at the same time, I don't believe it. So.
I think he kind of has to be at this point, right?
Yeah, Rick was going to straight up kill him in the finale. Yeah. Like he gave the order, blow his shit up. He didn't say that exactly, but it was implied.
Better. Hope you're wearing your shit.
I wonder if he'll break Father Gabriel down, put him in that closet room.
What do you think?
I was reading
Easy Street.
I was reading thing that said they thought, because I kind of thought Sasha was the Holly trade, but Negan knew Holly was dead. Somebody said they think Father Gabriel's going to be like Holly's spot now. Like he'll kill him and send him back with a bag over his head, kind of like as a truce, like a false truce, and send him across to Rick, and then they'll pull the bag off and he'll attack someone. That's when they'll start throwing grenades over the wall like the comics.
I'm telling you, that's just a testament to how charismatic Negan is. Like Gabriel can't shoot him because he's just hanging on his every word. He has to hear what he says next, Like what great quip is he going to throw at me next? I can't shoot this guy.
I do love Negan's the things they did a good job of making him as whimsical, and I love it when he's instead of seeing whose dick's bigger, what does he say?
Mine is. But if it wasn't, I would say it or something like that. That's pretty,
Yeah, I thought Jeffrey Dean Morgan, once again, is just awesome. I think he and Andrew Lincoln are by far the two of my top actors on that show as far as just being able to just, dive into the part.
Not very much Michonne in this episode.
No, not a lot.
They had her being supportive. And that was pretty much it.
Please don't move her to the supportive wife position. Let's let her be the badass again, right?
That was a really steamy kiss. They have their physical chemistry is really hot. Every time they kiss on the show, it's really they get into it.
Do you have to pause it? Now I'm going to go to the bathroom.
No, I don't need to pause it. It's plenty of time. So anyway, Carl, I love how I wanted Carl to come around the corner and when they just look at him after the kiss, I'm still not calling you mom.
Yeah.
Even though she's calling you daddy.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no, not a lot of Michonne this episode. Hopefully we'll see her joining the war effort more. And I know he can't hold her back. I just feel bad that Maggie's tied up in all of it. I'd be like, you're pregnant. You can lead and you can help plan, but let's keep you away from the bullets while there's a baby in your belly.
They had to
Keep going.
You okay?
I'm just reflating my bottle.
Justin, why are you cracking your neck right now?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've never heard someone's neck pop like that. What was I saying? Maggie, they had to mention the comment about her being in her second trimester.
Right, because everybody's wondering, where.
Because she didn't even, she's like, the baby. And it's like, okay, whatever. Carol can age 20 years, but your baby still hasn't been born
Carol was
yet.
looking a little older this episode for sure.
Which I wonder if they did that to make her look stressed. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. She was having this nice, peaceful existence in this nice cabin, doing her own thing, and then,
she's been through a lot. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, we can. Mm-hmm. She really has.
She got body slammed by Morgan 2 seasons ago. She's probably still
amazing.
recuperating from that.
She had no baked goods. That should be her gimmick, ninja stars and oatmeal cookies, and she's throwing them at the savior.
She shows up to the battlefield with
acorn
shooting,
cookies.
and she's throwing cookies at people.
How would you guys like some cookies?
They stop shooting for a second. They're like, oh, a cookie. They bite it, and then it's fall over.
That's great. Or even just sharpen them enough, and they just get in the head because the skulls are made of butter, so they should go right along with those cookies.
Maybe she's like Gambit, and she'll just touch the cookies and they'll charge up, and then she'll just throw the cookies and they explode when they hit people.
Oh,
that'd be sweet. But no, so let's see. Father Gabriel. I don't think Negan killed him.
I think he is wearing his shitting pants though.
Oh yeah, I hated that. Why? And I get why he did it, but I mean. Father Gabriel's the same guy that sold out Rick and them a few seasons back, and I get that he's now a good guy, and I like Father Gabriel being a good guy, but why go back for Gregory? You just watched him straight up betray you in front of everyone. You're here to fight and kill. I can understand if you have trouble just shooting him and running, but the hell with that, man.
Well, it's interesting. Gabriel's arc has really come full circle. He started out this cowardly character who, only survived by sacrificing all these people trying to get to safety, and now Gregory's the coward, you know,
I didn't think about
sacrificing
that.
Gabriel so he can save his own tuchus.
Negan and all your family will be thrown out, and
we have cookies,
and you won't have a place to come back to, and I love you.
And Negan's got the bigger one.
And Negan's got the bigger one.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's right. They probably will kill Gabriel because, from like the writing perspective, that is a good way to bring it full circle. Like, I mean, that's kind of his atonement for sacrificing all those people for his own survival. Now he dies because someone did the same thing to him. I didn't think about that. It's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. I think old Gabriel's a goner. I think that we are probably going to see Heath come back this season. I think I'd seen a few articles. I didn't get into them, but they had said like they was planning on bringing him back. They just kind
of just didn't even explain him away. Just
Heath's
like, hey,
gone,
he's back
and we don't care.
He's saving the world in 24 hours.
His glasses were stupid.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, JP and I were talking this morning about how brutal that scene is with Rick when he like stabs the guy and then drops him, and the dude's talking all that like shit to Rick as he's going through his bag and stuff, and then he just of course he gets to the part and is like, your boy's gonna die.
Shouldn't have brought his kid
and
up.
Rick just chink cuts the rope and lets the zombie have it.
Well, that was perfect because the guy obviously wanted to get a rise out of him, but I like how Rick got he's like, okay, well,
he got the rise. It just wasn't like an explosive.
But he didn't get what the guy. I think the guy wanted Rick to like kill him personally, but he made him suffer. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was rough. I still can't get over that tree stand one though, because like I said, I just looked away and I don't know why I saw it wrong. I just thought a dude took an arrow, like bow and arrow, and turned it around and went, shot himself. People say, does it work like that?
Why is future Rick or older Rick, Grandpa Rick, whatever? It's like a musical that you see in like a children's theater or something. The only thing that differentiates him to being older is a cane and a gray beard.
Right.
But his face is still smooth as ever.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have like crow's feet or anything.
He's
like
been moisturizing.
He's been wearing his sunglasses out. That's what prevents
that you don't want to squint so much.
Exfoliating just enough, not too much. You don't want to exfoliate.
You don't want
to
over exfoliate, but you don't want to under exfoliate.
No.
Yeah.
Just enough to clear away the dead
How do you
skin.
know so much about skincare?
I've been through the ringer, pal. I've learned to take care of myself. I'm a survivor in my own right. Just when it comes to blemishes and blackheads and all that stuff. So.
But yeah,
well, all right.
I think they really made him look like super, super gray. Like, and it's supposed to only be like 3 or 4 years. So like which I mean, I guess his character's supposed to be like getting into his 40s.
Yeah,
so
but it's like he's been exposed to radiation. I mean,
is it really 3 or 4? Because like, how old was
That's
Judith?
What I was just reading. Yeah, Judith was talking. Now she's like a year. No, well, she was just in the crib.
Yeah, but in this episode, she was just like sitting there on the curb or
like
something.
Drawing, yeah. And then in the next episode, she looked like she was walking and talking and stuff like pretty well. So I figure it's probably 3 or 4 years.
So she's going to be a baby for a while.
Because it wasn't the comics, that's what they did. After the Negan saga, they skipped, like 3, 4 years ahead into the future, and you had Old Man Rick and all of that. But,
is he Young Man Rick again in the comics?
Never. Oh. It's not like Logan. Young Man Logan's not coming back. Well, he is coming back around, but Young Man Rick's not coming back around. They keep on and on and on, like pushing that Rick's going to die soon.
I hope
But they've been saying that, like, for the last couple of years.
Why would they do that?
It's just like, I'm not scared to kill Rick. I'll do it. I'm going to do it when the timing's right. What I do like, though, is at least he said, though, he's like, man, but I'll never kill Rick for the shock value. Like, I don't want to kill Rick unless it's story appropriate. Yeah, I just like that. They try to say they don't have any main characters, but you do. Rick's your main character.
Unless what if they put Carl in Rick's place?
Well, that's the working theory is that one theory is that everything like in the comic is being retold by like Old Man Carl.
Oh wow.
Have you guys seen the fan art of Old Man Carl? He's got like Michonne's sword and all that stuff.
Yeah, it looks like he had a crossbow in it too, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah,
because they kind of did show and comic combined there. Which Dwight has
a revolver, a crossbow, and a katana, and a stick. And how does he carry all? And an axe, and my axe. How does he carry all of this stuff?
And only has one eye.
And one eye.
Mm-hmm. So if you sneak up on what did he lose his right eye?
I think he had right eye.
Yeah. Oh gosh, have you guys seen the photos of like on set where Chandler Riggs is shooting on the wrong side of his face?
No.
Like he's aiming with his eye patch.
That's what they said. The governor did too. Remember, there was
Yeah.
pictures of the governor, like his eye patch was here, and he's like looking down, like with his eye patch. Like,
Yeah, there's a bunch of images from a few different episodes where Chandler Riggs is just straight up aiming on the wrong side. Pretty funny.
do you think maybe he just exposed that he has like X-ray vision
Could be.
to the general
Could be
public?
some kind of
do you
cyber
think
organic
he still has
implant.
that eye?
Do you think maybe they just forced
Like
him
in real
to lose
life?
it?
Yeah, I figured that's because that's.
Oh, just
That's how they
like
make movies, right?
Yeah.
I once knew a girl, I kid you not, that thought if you died in a movie that the actor and actress like really were killed.
That's called a snuff film.
And I'm like, I just don't get how you think that would work.
Go on the internet and show her some of that stuff and
Oh, I'm
blow her
sure.
mind. Be like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that'll stick with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think what else went on this episode. And we got to see like the rolling armory, or the rolling fort, I should say, not armory. But
Morgan looking all BMX biker, like going to the X Games.
after I finish this, I'm gonna get that gold medal.
We have to do this.
So one working theory that JP and I were talking about earlier is that possibly, and we've said this many times, so this isn't new if you listen to us a lot, but that they will get the chance to kill Negan, but Rick, because Rick was talking in one of those flash forwards and was like, I won by showing you mercy, or something like that. Like he'll let Negan live because Morgan, like to honor Morgan's memory. So I definitely think Morgan's a goner this season, for sure.
I think they're going to kill quite a few important people this season.
I hope they do. They haven't had a season where they've done that in a while. Like even
because everybody complained about how that's all they were doing. Instead of story, they were just relying on the shock value. So they're like, okay, fine, we won't do it. It's like, no, just do it at the right moment.
They should have done it, because coming from someone that like just obsessed over this show for the first couple of seasons, dude. It's like, that's back when like I remember everybody talking about. That's the crazy thing about The Walking Dead, man. Like they'll kill off. It's like Game of Thrones. They'll kill off anybody, and then now it's just like, not unless it's a finale premiere or.
Well, you've also
finale.
got people like compared to the first and second season. Now you've made connections with these characters.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason people are like.
Well, no, even in season 3, you'd make connections with Andrea, which I didn't like her, but they still killed off these characters that had been around for a while. Whereas now they're like,
well, I'm saying like 7 seasons or 8 seasons compared to like 3 seasons. And they're just, I don't know, man. I feel like they're just flying by the seat of their pants, dude, and just trying to figure it out as they go.
See, I liked it. Well, I figured you won't go like it. Like that was my prediction. I was like, Matt's not going to have liked it. I thought it was good. I expected more of an explosive 100th episode. I'm not going to lie, because the way they kept promoting like it's the 100th episode, you thought, oh man, like somebody's going to die, or there's going to be some big revelation or some big like something. But I guess their big thing was calling back to the first episode.
And that's my thing now. So once you reach 100 episodes, you're able to you're sold into syndication.
Right.
So like, there's other channels that play The Walking Dead, but they're owned by like AMC, which are by Turner Broadcast, whatever. Now anybody who wants to can do, for a certain fee, can play Walking Dead on their thing. So you would think the 100th episode is a very special occasion.
Right.
And this was not a memorable episode at all.
No, I enjoyed the episode, but I can agree. I don't think there was anything like crazy memorable. Like Glenn's death, or like Dale's death. You have these episodes where they like just stayed in your head for weeks and weeks. And this one, I was good. I enjoyed it, but I definitely don't think it was like a memorable episode. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see. They say the next 3 are going to also be action, but if this is what they,
if this is what they mean by action, then we're.
But with all that said,
I'm going to write them a very stern letter.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, with that said, I was very entertained though. Like I enjoyed it.
I think it bodes well for the season. I'm more hopeful going into this one than I was the last one.
Yeah. Well, they just had a lot to live up to after that kick-ass premiere last season. That was just crazy. That, again, talking about a memorable episode, the season 7 premiere was crazy memorable, and then But so yeah, I'm hopeful. I enjoyed it.
I just
my Sunday
hope
night was a little better than last Sunday night.
Last Sunday night you were in the midst of a heroin overdose, so I would imagine that this Sunday would be a lot more. But you look great, by the way. You don't even look like someone who mainlines heroin.
Totally do not do heroin.
And you plunged that syringe right into his heart without a Sharpie or anything.
Well, I was freaking out, but at the same time I wanted him to live.
Yeah, you eyeballed it and you hit the mark.
He's the only one who knows how to edit this stuff.
Corner.
So yeah, and he pushes all the buttons. Like honestly, bro, I don't want the responsibilities that he has with this. So I'd rather him just continue to do it. Oh, did you hear it? Oh, so anyway, as I was saying,
Trying to think if there was anything else in this episode to cover. I mean, of course, I'm sure there was a lot, but I think we've hit all the major things.
I think we've hit the
Father
highlights.
Gabriel, I think he's going to be in Sasha's shoes. He's going to be Negan. Just hope Negan finally wises up and is like, you know what, I'm done trying to talk these people into joining me. Like, they're not. Like, everybody that, well, I don't know, Eugene did, so maybe. Daryl obviously was like, go screw yourself. So was, Sasha. And I don't know, though. So Father Gabriel's fate hangs in the balance. I definitely think he's going to be a goner one way or another. I'm going to go ahead and predict that Morgan will be dead by the end of the season.
if they don't finish All Out War by the half end of this season, I feel like they're
I think
dragging
they said
it on too
that
much.
All Out War will be finished by the end of this season. I
Like
don't
the
think
end
about
of this
the
half
mid-season.
season.
No,
See,
I
that's
think
the thing. I feel like this whole season for All Out War, that's way too much. That's dragging on way too long.
It'd be cool if they finished it halfway up and then, which I mean, I guess it's just because they've got so much to go on with the comics. Now, my problem is start pulling from the comics. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many great moments that we've not had from the comics that would have been really easy to do.
Yeah,
which
All
I
Out
don't make
War,
films, so I don't know. But
in the comic, it was a year-long arc. I remember, I'm pretty sure we got like 2 issues a month, and it was like a year long or something.
it was a good arc. I just hope they do it some justice. I mean, that was very good.
That right?
If you like the comics or you want to get into it, the All Out War story arc's really really good reading, man. Like it's awesome. Like it's so much back and forth, and there's like a grenade. There's a game of like hot potato with grenades in
That's
Alexandria,
the only way to play hot potato,
which is awesome. So yeah, I hope that they I hope it gets there. But anyways, so I think that will officially wrap up our first podcast of the season.
There we go.
And we're back.
A rebirth of sorts.
But if you're new to the podcast, man,
You got
if
this.
you're new to the podcast, please hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
And like.
And like
share
the
it.
video and tell your friends about us.
There's a lot of buttons you need to be clicking.
Yeah.
So we appreciate it. I'm Justin.
Oh, wait. What about the scores real quick? So sorry.
I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to say 6.
I was going to say like 8.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
You confuse the hell out of
No,
me
I
so
don't.
much. We're going to have a long talk when this is over.
Over breakfast?
Shh. Okay. Well,
Okay.
All right. Flattery will get you everywhere, sir.
I want bacon.
Oh, well, don't we all?